Some of us spend the majority of our lives saving for our retirement. But it doesn't matter if you have $1 million, if you're an early retiree, or even if you plan on never retiring. Because if you don't treat your health as a principal component of your financial strategy, one of two things will happen. One, you'll lose it all from overwhelming medical expenses, or you'll inevitably bestow a much larger inheritance upon those that you prematurely leave behind. So I'm going to go over 3 points of what this can mean to your retirement future. And I'm going to wrap it all up with a solution. So let's go. Okay, point number 1. You may ask yourself, what's the point of investing in my health now? Doesn't money cure everything? The goal of most retirement plans is to, of course, have enough money to stop working, to have enough money to last the rest of your life, and for some people, leave something to your heirs. But you also have to invest in your health because there is no wealth without your health. Now, we can't avoid every negative circumstance, but neglecting our health, our bodies, our minds will create negative circumstances that we could have prevented. It is never too late to start, and it's not too late to change unhealthy behaviors, and it's not too late to reverse some chronic conditions. And I want you to think about it this way. It's not just about avoiding illness. It's about having energy throughout the day. It's about being able to lift and carry things. It's about preventing falls and accidents. It's also about being independent and self-sufficient for as long as possible. It's about feeling and looking younger. And when we do go down from illness or injury, it's about being able to bounce back. Okay, point number 2 that I want to make. The question is where can I get the most bang for my buck when it comes to investing in my health? We're not invincible. Age will catch up with us, some earlier, some later. Our bodies are miraculous creations, but they're not bulletproof. As Gen Xers, we're approaching, or we are already in middle age, and we're beginning to realize how fast time really does fly. We owe it to ourselves to show some kindness to our bodies, since they've done so much for us throughout the decades. Now, what are the 3 stocks with the biggest payoffs? Number 1 would be your diet, what you eat and what you don't eat. Number 2 is all about movement, exercise, flexibility. And number 3, restorative sleep. When deciding to invest your time and your money in your health, put the bulk of it and focus most of it on those 3 things. And point number 3 that I want to make is, how does investing in my health help with my retirement or my financial plan? Number 1, it's much less expensive to be proactive and preventative with our health than it is to be reactive with expensive healthcare expenses. Number 2, it enables you to work longer if you desire, which would help you grow your nest egg or bringing in a steady income. And number 3, investing in your health gives you an optimism and a hope that then stirs you to want to save more, to want to think more about your future. In other words, it'll pump you up to save even more. Okay, so now I want to talk about the solution. So how do we invest in our health? What are our most valuable resources that we possess? That would be time and money. Now, if you happen to have more of one than you do the other, then invest a little more heavily with the one that you have the most of. But the best strategy is to focus both time and money, since it is so important. We're talking about our very lives here. So let's talk about your money first. Prioritize your money with the things that have proven time and time again to have the most benefit. The things that have proven to contribute more to better health and a longer life. And that would be to budget for nutritious food. Now, if you find it difficult to afford food that is balanced and nutritious, there has to be cuts somewhere else in the budget because it's that important. Just canceling one streaming service at $20 a month, that would purchase beans and grains enough for a month. Cancel out one of your vices, whether it's gambling, smoking, drinking, even junk food. Cut that out and invest that into more healthy options. Next is exercise. And exercise is totally free. But if a gym membership or yoga classes, if that motivates you, if that keeps you accountable for exercise and movement, then budget for that as well. We're talking about investing our money into those things that will give us a longer life and a better quality of life. And also, many health insurance plans, including Medicare, they do cover for preventative health, for screenings that are typical for whatever age that you are. Familiarize yourself with what your insurance covers in that regard, and then budget for the rest. An annual physical should be the bare minimum for Gen Xers. Now, I can personally attest that things caught early are so much easier to address and even reverse. Another way to catch things early is with blood work. I was on my way to type 2 diabetes and it showed up in my blood work. With some diet changes, I was able to bring those numbers down before they had gotten too far. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is our other very valuable resource, and that is time. And we can use our time also to invest in those things that have proven to contribute to health and longer life. First, find 30 minutes in your day, just 30 minutes to devote to some kind of exercise or fitness. It doesn't have to be in one block. It can be in 10-minute increments. Also, find ways to habit stack things, like when you're brushing your teeth, maybe fitting in some movement then, when you're waiting on your coffee to get done, when you're cooking, when you're doing dishes, just throw some extra moves in there. You might look funny to the rest of your family, but that's okay. Maybe it'll encourage them to get into it too. So spend more time preparing your own food rather than buying the prepackaged stuff in the grocery stores. Also, stick to a regular sleeping and waking schedule. Try to stay within 30 minutes of when you go to bed and when you wake up in the mornings. Try to keep it that steady, because anything outside of that window, it actually reacts in your body as jet lag does. You know how we feel when we have the time change, and just that 1 hour can kind of mess us up for a few days. Same with, taking a trip and going across time zones. But that is what you do to your body in a lesser degree every time you sleep in for several hours or you stay up later at night. So try to stick to a consistent bedtime and devote your time to things that you enjoy and things that you love. Spending time with things that make you laugh. Spending time with family and friends, your pets, your hobbies. The better your state of mental health, the more motivated you'll be to take care of your physical health. Okay, so now that you know how important your health is when it comes to your financial strategy, I think you'll like this video that I did on how Gen X can retire in their 60s. I think it's a pretty good video. I'll link it here at the end of this one. Now, if you found this interesting today, I would love for you to subscribe and hit the like button. It's just one click, and I appreciate it so very much. I appreciate you watching today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.